Everybody to TB Sports 27, Week 11 about to kick off here, and we got a good one coming up in the NFC East. It's going to be the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, and what makes this game a pretty big deal, you can see right there. Cowboys sitting at 6-4, Eagles at 6-3, and the Commanders at 5-4. So if the Commanders win, it becomes a three-way tie up top the NFC East. However, we got the victory over the Cowboys, and we would have a victory over the Eagles. Obviously, we're going to play them both a second time this year, but we would be in first place in the division if that was the case. So this is a huge one. Heading on the road, still with JP Lossman. A look at the playoff picture in the NFC. You can see where we're sitting, as not only would this win be huge as far as us getting that number 2 seed, because the 6-win club, it's pretty cluttered right now here with your division leaders, but Dallas would be knocked from the ranks. But there's still a lot of football to go, but either way, this would be a pretty big, pretty important one to win. JP Lossman heading on the road. It's a 4 o'clock kick, and you can see we have won 4 in a row after what's been a slow start to this season. This is how we started, 1-4. And we have put it together. Look at how far we've come from scoring 3 points, 5 points, 7 points, 3 points, and then on this winning streak as of late, getting all the points on the board. So Philadelphia decided if we want to go back home or not. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming up next. So let's see. What's Philly going to deck themselves out on? What options we got for the unis? These are all pretty similar. I guess the pant stripe is a little different here. The Kelly greens that everyone just loves. We can go white helmets. We can go all green. Do they have the black alternatives in this one? They do. They can go. Should we put them in black, since this is kind of a big game, a throwback? Not a throwback, but this is they got a lot of options here in Philly. What do you think? SK Money, Dan? Should we go throwback for the Eagles, all green? Black and green. Let's go black. Let's go black jerseys here, since this is a pretty big one for the division. Commander side, I think we might just go traditional old burgundy pants here. There we go. All right, here we go. Eagles, Commanders, first place in the NFC East on the line. Chris Berman's going to start this one for you guys.
Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN, he was a Rhodes Scholar finalist, but he had to sit on his laurels literally for the first 6 weeks of the 2003 season. Now, Chad Pennington, he's back. He's looking to make up for lost time. Redskins, Eagles. This ought to be good. To sit on.
And look at all the happy tailgaters as they get set to cheer for the hometown team. Hi, folks. I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to Lincoln Financial Field. Here with me in the booth, my longtime associate, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game has got a playoff atmosphere with a chance at the #1 spot in the division at stake.
Well, the pressure's on, Dan. You better believe it. Can secure #1 in their division with a win. And with these kind of matchups, it all comes down to rhythm. Whatever team can establish an offensive and defensive rhythm earliest will come away with the win.
And now let's go down to the coin toss.
This is going to be the big one. Eagles, you got Chad Pennington out there. It's rainy game here in Philly. So we might have to see a lot of ground game, a lot of running game, which if you guys watched the game that we just did against the Cincinnati Bengals, there was not too much of that from one Corey Dillon. But a return to Philadelphia for Terrell Owens here.
Kicks it off to begin the game. Green fields it all the way back at the 10.
And we'll see Chad Pennington. We got a loaded house as well in the chat. We've had SK Money. Oh, we got a weather report here. Let's listen in.
Has pretty much soaked everything down here. Players, trainers, coaches, and a special survey the field, the grass is quickly turning into a slippery, muddy.
They're going to throw the ball, and Jason Sehorn, who's coming off that dislocated finger injury against the Cincinnati Bengals last week. Yeah, Anthony Becht out there, current coach of the Battlehawks in the XFL. So the Eagles going backwards. London Fletcher. Nice stop there. Thanks for joining us, TV Sports. The NFL 2K5 Fantasy Draft. And when this one is all done, we will be 10 games in. Pennington. Boy, these were loaded throws that he had was looking for. Coach Anthony Becht out there. There's Andy Reid with the Eagles here. Going back in time, jumping in the way back time machine. First place in the NFC East on the line. Who would have thought after we started the season 1-4, as terrible as we had been. But we are going to be just 6 games away from the end of the regular season. Hopefully we have a playoff run in us. I know we talked about doing a Super Bowl watch party, because that is something we can do with this game. Something we can't do in Madden, but I think it's fun with whenever there's a championship to just kind of watch it with you guys. It's something I used to do on the old YouTube channel. I'd always bring you the championship game. So as expected, sticking to the ground game, you can see Daryl Jackson, Jabbar Gaffney, T.O. Nice job, Corey Dillon trying to cut inside. It's going to be 3rd and 2. J.P. Lossman, second start if you're just tuning in or if you're new to the channel. Mark Bolger, starting quarterback for the Washington Commanders. Kind of had an up and down start to the season, but it got taken out of his hands with a torn MCL 2 weeks ago in Detroit. And J.P. Lossman got the start. He's going to be the guy the rest of this season. And got the win over the Cincinnati Bengals. And now his toughest test in his young early career here as a backup, as a rookie, going on the road against the division-leading Philadelphia Eagles. But early on in the rain, Corey Dillon trying to hit that stiff arm. Oh, and Dillon. Oh, my God. So we're going to be down to our backup running back, our backup quarterback. Let's look at what we got here. Oh, my God. We got Kevin Falk, who's coming off of not running the ball at all. It seemed like essentially last year in 10 games, had 638 the year before. So hopefully Corey Dillon be able to come back in, but we'll see. Now we got our backup quarterback. We got our backup running back in there. Still got T.O. leading the way, but Jason Sehorn, you saw him with the dislocated finger. Injuries really starting to pile up. Here you see on both sides. There you can see it looks like they're saying early on that it's a back injury for Corey Dillon, which that can be pretty brutal for a quarterback, or for a running back, rather, to have that back be going out here. So in the rain, 2nd and 11, and J.P. Lossman will throw it and just slips in the rain, and that was my bad because I was holding down the scramble button and I tried to pass it at the same time, and that was the end result of that one. But we will say he slipped and fell in the rain, so I don't look like an idiot. All right, 3rd and long in the rain. J.P. Lossman, Terrell Owens, right on the money. First down, Commanders. Terrell Owens, 875 receiving. He has no touchdowns, which is crazy. Is that accurate? It seems like T.O. has been so dominant for our Commanders this season. He has not caught a touchdown pass. Do we got to try to fix that right now? That seems crazy. to have almost 1,000 yards receiving and not be in the end zone. Yeah, it's been a struggle for Falk early on here. We're definitely... All right, here comes the injury report.
Thanks, Dan. After coming off the field with some back pain, the trainers have determined that he's suffering from back spasms. They're letting him
back spasms, wow. Okay, so what are we looking at for T.O.? T.O. is Y, I think? Yeah. So we got T.O. across the middle. We got Gaffney on Namni Asamoah as well. Let's see. Can we get T.O. that first touchdown of the year? There it is. I can't believe it took this long. That's the opposite announcer jinx. Normally the announcer jinx would take that TD away, but that was another good drive considering last week what happened against the Bengals. J.P. Lossman. He might be, I don't know, he might be looking like taking this job away from Mark Bulger, and that was always the debate. Mark Bulger had to save his season, and he did save his season. The team is already leaning towards J.P. Lossman. But my goodness. Whew. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. If you want to lean towards J.P. Lossman, and if you want to show your support for a J.P. Lossman-led offense, you can do so by being a supporter and a fan of TB Sports. Follow along with us live on Twitch. That's where we stream everything. We make our YouTube videos and we stream live here on Twitch. You get everything early before it comes out on YouTube. We hit the record button, upload these on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter to know when we're going live, and support the channel on Patreon, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi for exclusive content, bonus videos, Discord access, all kinds of good stuff. Tomorrow, I don't know, maybe thinking about trying to get another Mortal Kombat stream knocked out, which would be up on Patreon because YouTube doesn't like Mortal Kombat content. So if you want to catch the Mortal Kombat action, you'll want to do that as part of Patreon. But also, easy way to support the channel is through Streamlabs and Ko-Fi. So we appreciate you guys with your support on that one. Nicely done by Chad Pennington. And that's going to be a first down.
Anthony Beck plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be
pretty well contested as well. Quick first quarter, time already ticking away here on the Eagles. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Going to the outside. And Henry only going to get about 4. Those of you that have already signed up to help support the channel, thank you guys so much. Don't forget, if you're a Mega fan, we haven't had anyone actually jump in there yet, but if you're a Mega fan or an Ultra fan, you get Discord access, so check out that link that gets sent your way, and let's get some conversation going on the Discord. It's exclusive for our Mega fans and our Ultra fans, so don't forget to jump in there and, you know, make use of your Patreonage by getting some Discord access in there, getting a little private Discord server. Pennington, incomplete, and it's been an early struggle for the Philadelphia Eagles offensively. They're not looking too clean at all. There's Terrell Owens, fresh off the very first receiving touchdown of his year, and now on this really nice kick return, ran a whole bunch of yards.
Terrell Owens did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
We know the back spasms. We don't know how long we might have Corey Dillon out, so it's going to be Falk the rest of the way, and boy, it could be, we may be leaning on our defense a lot because it's going to be tough to pass the ball in the rain, and players do slip and fall in this game in the rain. That is a thing, so it might just be our defense that has to keeping us in this thing. Lossman, nicely done to Darrell Jackson. J.P. Lossman. so far this season. Of course, T.O., I mean, yeah, T.O.'s got 4 touchdowns. Why did it say 0? Now I sound like an idiot. Oh, first touchdown for T.O. The stats clearly said he had 0 touchdowns, but that wasn't the case on this second stat. I didn't think that was right, that T.O. didn't have any touchdowns.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Redskins
I thought that seemed crazy.
7-0.
7-0. Washington Commanders all over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Second down, 2 tight ends in the game.
Back to Falk, and still nothing happening.
Losing a couple. Rob Morris.
Hello, Clarissa Tom. Woo! Big shot being taken by Dan.
Third tackle of the game.
Dan taking the Clarissa Thompson shots out there. Holy smokes. Dan not holding anything back. 39. Lossman. Oh my goodness. In the face of pressure, finds Daryl Jackson for the first down.
J.P. Lossman launches this one perfectly, and the D was nowhere to be found.
You got that right. Missed coverage all around.
That's right, Dan. My 6-year-old could have covered that.
J.P. Lossman delivering on everything.
And he's really lighting up.
Right now, I mean, I hate to be just kind of
So far, he's got 21 yards and
business as usual right now and just be doing the same run and then pass, but it's working. I don't want to just, have to sit back and tee off. Fire the graphics guy, says SK Money. It's not been good for Kevin Falk since he has come in for the injured Corey Dillon.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Lossman's looked really, really good, though. Lossman to Terrell Owens, gets the block, and has the first down. J.P. Lossman.
First down.
Terrell Owens makes the catch.
They're looking like Ben Roethlisberger of the last game, right?
He gets it and takes off for more.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like his performance so far.
Try Kevin Falk again.
Willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the body to make the catch.
Some scores for you at the bottom. There's 1 yard for Falk.
Maybe picks up 1 on the play.
It's still been a big struggle. Yeah, this is not great. And eventually they're going to realize we can't run the ball. So they're going to set up some tough defense, some passing coverage defense. It's going to make it tough on J.P. Lossman. Lossman just got drilled.
Way back at the 29.
Sullivan.
Jonathan Sullivan gets to the quarterback, and nobody lays a finger on him.
And then he
Oh,
delay
John Sullivan.
than a finger on.
Yeah, he used all 10 and then some.
That'll be his
Yeah, Lossman, 5 of 5. Perfect 5 of 5. Have to think stay in field goal range here. Lossman. He is going to run it. Look at this. First down, J.P. Lossman. No, they're going to measure it. I think he got it.
Okay, bring him out. Bring him out. We got the chain.
What do you guys think? First down, there it is.
Hey, if you check out this replay, you'll find a few examples of how these guys earned
J.P. Lossman, man, and they didn't even realize that he was going to run it. That's the first scramble of the game for Lossman.
down there on the field.
There you see what he's done on the season so far. Some in relief of Mark Bolger, and also as a starter here. Lossman, pressured, flips it up to Dallas Clark, and it's incomplete. And there's your first incompletion of the game.
If you check out the replay, Dan, you can see that he can't quite get his hands around this nice mid-range rocket.
There, it's incomplete. And Peter, why did that happen?
Well, a lot of small factors are playing on that.
2nd and 10, a fast-moving game here in this one. Play action. Lossman. Oh, another sack. Is that Brian Urlacher?
Yeah, Dan, you have to take advantage of opportunities like that.
Ulbrich sacks him way back at the 21.
No, Ulbrich. Oh, that said Urlacher.
3rd down, and this will be the 13th play of the drive.
3rd and 16. Pressure is on. Oh my God, I was tapping A and there was no A.
Tracks him down and gets the sack way back at the 34.
Well, we can call that a rookie error. I was tapping the A button trying to dump it off to the A receiver because in Madden, the running back is always A, right? This isn't Madden, so I was trying to dump it off to Falk. So you see this, you can kind of see him. That's me tapping the A button. Oh my God. What happened? Where are the blocking? Oh my God, they just completely missed their assignment. Can Morton Anderson make this? How long would this be? Let's just punt it.
Harris lines up for the
I mean, maybe he can make it, but it's in the rain. I'd almost rather see if we can't just pin him here. Oh my God. Well, you know what? That might help. That might help. A lot of teams do that. They do the delay a game strategy, right? To try to back themselves up a little bit. It's a strategy. That is a strategy. I did that on purpose. Come on. Come on. Oh my God. Let's see. Can we get this?
Harris gets the snap and kicks one
Nah,
a short one.
not great.
Eagles let it bounce out of bounds.
Oh, they're at the 14, so they got to go a long way here in 2.5.
Moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Look at Byron Leftwich throwing 90-yard bombs out there. Pitch it outside to Henry for... Let's see it. Let's look at some pass. Well, no, we can't look at them. That is one weird thing about this game. You can't look at the other team's stats. Pennington just goes way back to his fullback back there, looks like.
Aaron Beasley targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
And at the end of that,
So we get to the 2-minute warning here.
good positioning can do when it comes to making
Philadelphia, your division leader, wearing the blackout unis here.
Matched on strength. That's a good play there.
Struggling early on.
with a split backfield.
Pennington. Oh my goodness, I was waiting for that one to be intercepted.
It'll be
Look at that, there's T.O.'s old number being used.
Had some room on the fringes there, but couldn't reel in the pass.
Peter in third down situations. They have not been successful
All right.
at all with the pass. This play was
Hopefully we get some kind of points out of this drive, because we will get the ball to begin the third quarter.
Really hurts.
So far on offense,
42
the Eagles, not looking good. Wow, T.O. took a shot.
at the 44.
Carroll Owens didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Redskins are looking for some separation.
147.
Start this drive at their 44.
Lossman back to throw it here. Completes it to T.O.
And
Got to keep this thing moving.
7 on the play.
Terrell Owens had two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
Another completion and
Play fake.
he's shaping up
Lossman.
factor in this game.
Oh my goodness, miscommunication.
Can keep it up. He could have a typically
Was looking for someone out there, looking for Cronwell.
Peter right
And he was scrambling. Cronwell turned up field, not realizing that Lossman was going to dump it off to him, and just miscommunication. You're starting to see a lot of that too with, you know, a young rookie quarterback here. Communication with his guys. Oh, from behind.
clock will continue to run. That will bring
Eagles do not take a timeout here, surprisingly.
Harris lines up to punt.
They might want to just live to fight here. You know, a sloppy, rainy game kind of lives up to the billing here as far as scoring goes. Oh my God, I don't know if we're going to get this off in time. Oh yeah, we got it.
Harris takes the long snap and punts it away.
Oh my goodness, he touched it.
Gathers it up at the 8.
Oh, because it's the glitch. It's the 2K glitch with Pennington back there. That is a known glitch in this game where they'll put the quarterback or they will put a offensive lineman back there to receive punts. Kind of unfortunate, but I mean, we can't go in there and fix it.
Barrels off his left guard and picks up a couple.
Some last season numbers for Henry and Dillon. And as we said, the Eagles in no hurry here. And they will. I'm surprised they even, I guess, maybe hoping that Henry would just rattle off a big run. But that is how the first half will come to an end. J.P. Lossman looking good. It was a quick one in the first half. Sloppy play from the Eagles. We're going to let Chris Berman recap it all, and we'll encourage you guys to come on back. Commanders-Eagles with the NFC East first place on the line.
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our first half by the numbers, and I tell you, first downs have been the story here. The Redskins should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. J.P. Lossman would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. A 16-yard touchdown for the Redskins. The Redskins get the first points of the game and go up by 7. Eagles midway through the first, Chad Pennington would find his target on this one. Redskin towards the end of the first quarter, Skins ahead by 7. J.P. Lossman would find his target on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Eagles are waiting for their first score. They're down 7-0. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Terrell Owens has been unstoppable. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology.